Hello everyone. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to share, but I think God wants me to share where I'm at right now. So here I am. Yesterday was a difficult day. 2 months ago in June, for the second time in 2 years, I tried adopting a little female kitten because I wanted one. A bit of a companion while I work at home alone all day. And she was growing and I fell in love with her just as I did last year's kitten. And yesterday, for the second time, she had to be put down. The vet doesn't know what happened. Said it could have been trauma, could be sickness, could have found a toxin. She couldn't tell what had happened, but her brain activity was gone. Just her heart was beating and her lungs were going, but she had no control over anything. So 2 summers in a row, I've tried to adopt a kitten and had her long enough to fall in love, and then lost her. And I know that this isn't anywhere near as difficult as things that other people are going through. I know people who have lost family members in the last few days. This is nothing compared to when I lost my mom. But telling myself that didn't make yesterday any easier. It didn't make this morning knowing that my little marigold isn't going to be there to greet me any easier, just because it's a lesser loss. And we all know the things that we go through, the questions that go through our minds when we're experiencing loss of any type. You know, for me, this was the loss of a pet and the loss of a dream. The dream of years of her companionship are suddenly gone. But when we go through the loss of a job, loved one, a dream, health, anything that we might lose, there's always the question why. There's the tears. There's anger. I had a decent amount of that yesterday. And just a minute, a car's going by. But we also have choices. And Jesus said that, I think it was Jesus, that God is near to the broken-hearted. So I cannot claim that God felt particularly near yesterday. But I know him well enough to know that he doesn't lie. And if he said he was near me yesterday and near me now, then he is. Jesus said, "Blessed are those who mourn, for you will be comforted." So his comfort is here for me now, and was there for me yesterday, even when I didn't feel it. And this is what faith, this is what knowing God and believing Him, not just in Him, but believing Him is all about. These are the moments where it matters, where we have the chance to demonstrate our faith. And I think sometimes when we hear that kind of thing said, we think it means to go out there pretending that everything's fine, and somehow that's what demonstrating our faith looks like. And it's not. Demonstrating our faith for God, it's something in our quiet times. It's the inner thing between us and Him. It's those moments when we're sobbing and we say, "God, I don't feel your presence right now, but you said you're near to the brokenhearted. So that means you're here now. So I'm calling on you, and I refuse to believe my feelings in this moment over your word." And Hebrews says, without faith it's impossible to please God. That means these moments are opportunities for us to please Him. And I'm afraid that makes God sound like a sadistic God, and He's not. He doesn't delight in torturing us just to see if we'll trust Him anyway. He is a loving God. And I wanted a miracle yesterday when I found my almost lifeless kitty. I wanted a miracle. Of course, I prayed over her. I wanted her to rise up and be healed and be fine and be well. But it didn't happen, and I don't know why. I also wanted my daughter's hemoglobin levels to be restored and be healthy in time for her to have her baby. And yesterday that did happen. The doctor, she texted me to say that the doctor told her this is a miracle. I have absolutely no explanation. Why did God do one miracle and not the other? He's more than capable enough to do both. It's not like He had a limited amount of miracle working power at His disposal yesterday. If He was such a weak God to do that, I would definitely have chosen my daughter's health over my cat's health. Definitely, no question. But He's not that kind of God. He's got the ability and the power that He could have done both. I have no answers. Will I trust Him anyway? Will I love Him anyway? We have that choice. And I've made that choice so many times in my life that even when I feel the feelings that make me want to be angry or be cynical or respond in all of the ways that my natural self wants to, I know deep down I can't. For me, I've made my choice. My choice is to trust Him and love Him. Because I know Him. Because He is worth trusting and He is worth loving, even when I don't understand why. The most recent song that He gave me is a song about finding Him and loving Him in the dry places and the difficult times. And ironically, I'm headed to the recording studio tomorrow night to start recording it. And doing that right after this loss is probably going to make recording it a little more, I don't know. I don't have the words. I don't know if God's going to use this in my life in ways that I can't see right now. I don't know if somehow this video is going to touch somebody's life in a way that will change them forever. I hope something like that happens, because then I'll feel like it was worth it. If I had to adopt kittens and lose them all so that people could know how to reach out for God in their lost moments, then it would be worth it, and I would say yes, Lord. I don't know, but He is worth trusting. He is worth loving. The reality is these moments in life are going to come whether we have Him or not. And for me, I love Him and I serve Him because I can't imagine any part of my life, glorious moments or difficult moments, without Him. And that's really all I have to share. I'm sending this out there for whatever purpose God wanted me to share. And I pray that God would bless you and keep you and make His face to shine upon you and be gracious to you and give you peace wherever you're at in seeking Him today. God bless.